Alex Pereira went off on UFC featherweight Melquizael Costa after Costa picked Jon Jones to beat Alex. On Instagram, Costa wrote, "Never ask me a question, thinking I will stay on top of the wall. If this fight happens, it will be two GOATs fighting, the best striker versus the best grappling. And yeah, I think Jon Jones would win." Alex responded saying, "Bro, you root for whoever you want, and it's alright. F***ed up is saying something you don't even know, and as if I did something to you. When I was at the LFA, and you were going to fight, and the day before you came and turned your phone on my face when I was at the hotel drinking coffee and I was chewing. You didn't even ask if you could. And I say in the moral you had to ask me if I could record a video. Maybe you'd get mad I called your attention. But I thought you weren't mad because we were having dinner together in Mexico, and I was giving you strength because you were crying because you lost the fight. And now when you win 2 fights, you're the almighty. Bro, I can lose 8 matches in a row." Conor McGregor participated in a 3-round boxing exhibition match in Ireland yesterday. Chris Duncan is set to face Renato Moicano tonight at UFC Vegas 115. Duncan appeared on Jorge Masvidal's podcast and reveals Renato chose to fight him, despite the fact that they both train at American Top Team.
And now he's fighting another ATT killer.
You don't give a f***.
He chose me, so I did not.
Really?
Yeah.
He was summoned.
I was summoned.
No way.
So I didn't need to even make a decision. It's just, oh, okay then.
That's so interesting.
Obviously, out of respect, I would have.
155 is such a big division. I'm just
Yeah,
like, I'm
I
very
don't get it.
surprised.
Very surprised. There's so many.
That's so weird.
The good thing for me is when I.
Because
when
baby,
I
now
got
we
the-
got bad blood.
It's like everybody in the gym like thinks it's weird and
I'm used to it. I've done so many hard things in the lead up to even just getting to the UFC. This is just like, not even hard. It's just in the same building.
On April Fool's Day, Sean O'Malley posted a video to his Instagram claiming that he's now fighting Aiemann Zahabi for the interim bantamweight title, since Petr Yan is recovering from back surgery. It looks like Chael Sonnen fell for it.
All right, this just in. Sean O'Malley's fight at the White House has been elevated to an interim title fight, which means a couple of things. First off, get well to Petr Yan. And secondly, it doesn't look like Merab will be getting that immediate rematch.
Francis Ngannou posts footage of him preparing to face Philipe Lins on May 16th on Netflix. Belal Muhammad reveals he was supposed to wrestle Dillon Danis at RAF.
A lot of these guys, they go into retirement, I'll retire in a couple days. Other things, REF, another fun show. Arman dominated Georgie, Peleus, and then Colby killed Danis. I posted something recently that REF cooking up something spicy. It was Danis. They were trying to set me up with him. He said he needs a 15-week camp for the match. So we were supposed to do it April 18th, but it would have been a nice little tune-up for me to slam him on his head before my fight. But we're gonna wait. So we'll see if he ends up accepting it later on. But shout out to RAF. Still put on good shows. Shows like every month. Fun stuff coming from them.
Glover Teixeira posts footage of Alex Pereira out fishing. Alex is preparing to face Tsarukyan for the interim heavyweight title on the White House card.
Hey, homem. Hã?
Bora comer.
Não para. Não para.
Aí. Hoje foi boa a pesca. Hã? Tilápia. Ei, quem vai limpar?
Ô, Pata, faça não, Pata. Você não pode. Índião.
Mas não.
Você tem 3 mil peixes.
Pô, é fácil ali, mas... Pô, ninguém faz, eu vou fazer, o cara tá reclamando. Porra, velho.
Não, mas eu tô...
Não, vai lá, pega os peixes. Não pode. Cadê a tarrafa?
Eu tenho que criticar um pouco. Tu disse que pegou o peixe com um matinho.
Então.
Aí eu
vou ter que soltar, vou soltar esse peixe.
Não, pera aí. Não, você tá doido, tilatona aí.
Ariel Helwani addressed the backlash surrounding the Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan fight. He broke down why he actually likes the matchup.
All right, friends, juicy lightweight fight going down this Saturday at the Meta Apex. Really interesting one for multiple reasons. It's Renato Moicano going up against Chris Duncan. Now, why is this interesting? Well, number one, Moicano needs a win. He's lost his last 2 in a row, but let's be honest, one of those fights was against Islam Makhachev on very short notice. The Beneil Dariush fight from last summer wasn't a great performance, so we haven't seen him since then. He really does need to get back on track, and so I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks in this fight against Chris Duncan, who's won his last 4 in a row. The pride of Scotland. 3 of those wins have come via some kind of finish. His last win against Terrence McKinney was just an absolute ball of energy. Both of them were going crazy. In the end, Chris Duncan gets the submission. But what's also interesting about this is they're both members of ATT in South Florida, American Top Team, one of the best MMA teams in the entire world. 2 members of the same squad. Now, it's a massive, massive squad. They're not exactly, the best of friends or anything like that, but, paths do cross and these things do happen in the sport. And it actually happens quite a bit with the ATT guys because there's just so many of them. So there might be, a knowledge little nugget for both guys that they're able to use in this fight. So I'm really curious to see how it plays out. By far the biggest fight of Chris Duncan's career, no doubt about it. Big stage for him, big spotlight on him, and a fight in which Renato Moicano needs in order to get back on track. So it goes down this Saturday. Important lightweight scrap. 2 very, very fun fighters. 2 fighters who, in my opinion, are allergic to just boring fights. We know that Moicano is tremendous on the ground. He's become a lot better on his feet as well, and Duncan very good on the ground as well. And so I'm wondering if that cancels each other out and they end up standing for the entire fight, or at least how long this fight lasts. It's going to be a fun one.
Jiří Procházka compares going under a frozen lake to having sex for the first time.
And this challenge last year, the swimming under the ice, was like, when you're trying something first time in your life, like sex,
I'm listening.
You do that, and then till that moment you don't know, you don't have.
He's right about that.
You have just imagination, about that. But after that, you really know what it's about that.
Once you do it,
you know about that sex meme?
Yes.
I know all about that. I know all about that sex.
So that was especially these thing, because it was really totally another role.
Ray Longo believes Alexa Grasso's knockout win over Maycee Barber last weekend was one of the closest moments to death we've ever seen inside the octagon.
That's the closest death in the octagon I think we've ever seen. Nobody jumps on a rear naked quicker than that girl.
I call it the double whammy. I call it the double whammy, right? She knocked her out, basically put her unconscious, and then jumped on a sub. It was bad.
That man.
She looked like an absolute gangster. Why it was so dramatic after it too was just Maycee Barber was just in a completely different dimension, man. She went to the shadow realm and she was staring into another dimension at that, and she could not get up for a very, very long time. And, Grasso just kind of calmly got up, was like, yeah, sorry, man. It was unbelievable.
It was fast. It was really freaking fast. Man, that was, and to be unconscious and have the blood or the choked out to your blood, dude, that can't be good. That cannot be good.
Yeah, Ray Longo, not a doctor, but he does play one here on the Anakin.
That
is. But no, you're not wrong.
I got to tell you, I don't even think a doctor could tell you.
Mike Beltran deserves a lot of credit. This was, I think, his first time refereeing in a while because he had a bout with diverticulitis, and I think he had the surgery or whatever it was. But yes, I mean, thank goodness Beltran was all over it, because there are plenty of referees that would have been out of position or less instinctive, and that could have spelled even a worse fate for Maycee Barber.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was brutal.
Quick pause before we keep going. If you're watching Full Mount MMA, you're already locked into MMA news. But if you're betting on fights and still guessing, you don't need to. Homa Fight Picks is doing the work most people won't. Hours of tape study, match breakdowns, and line shopping for every single card. The Homa Fight Picks Discord went up over 130 units in 2025 alone, with a 3-year proven track record of profits. This isn't parlays for clicks, it's disciplined betting. They're letting Full Mount viewers check out the Discord for free this weekend. Just use the link in the bio to join the best betting Discord in combat sports for free. If you're already watching MMA every week, you might as well be betting it the smart way. Alright, back to the news. A few days ago, news broke that Colby Covington filed a civil lawsuit against Jorge Masvidal, stemming from their infamous 2022 altercation. He's seeking over $50,000 in damages and is demanding a jury trial. Arman Tsarukyan took a shot at Colby over this. He posted this to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, "The real king of Miami. Don't worry, I don't sue when I get in a fight." Joe Rogan is facing backlash online following a recent episode of his podcast. During a conversation with Theo Von, Joe said he was in Utah hunting elk when he learned about the death of Charlie Kirk. However, fans were quick to point out that Rogan was actually live on a podcast with Charlie Sheen at the time.
Like I said, I was in Utah at the time.
Oh, you were?
Happened. Yeah, I was hunting in the mountains.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know nothing. I started getting all these text messages from people wanting me to comment on things. I was like, what are you talking about? I literally didn't know what was going on. But then I had to use the Starlink to get online.
Oh, wow.
I got a Starlink. It's like literally,
I like Starlink.
It's like the size of a iPad. So this just happened. We just found out that Charlie Kirk got shot.
It's awful.
And is he dead?
That's what was just.
One of the guys out there just said it was confirmed that he's dead.
In the lobby was just.
I've been looking. I haven't seen anything that said confirmed.
Whoa.
Joe faced significant backlash on X over the situation, and he has since responded. He wrote, "Honestly, I just remembered it wrong. I was elk hunting when Jimmy Kimmel was getting people angry at him for joking about the assassination and blaming it on MAGA. I would never lie about that. I just had a dumb memory moment." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Casual TW10. It says, "Curtis Blade's stream are quickly becoming one of my favorite MMA content to watch." The second one's from Blindly Ginger. It says, "Blades and Sandhagen have some good chemistry together, which is unexpected." And the final one's in reference to the UFC releasing Luana Carolina. It's from Bruh Frog. It says, "Corporate America fires millions of people every day without a real reason, but that's just business, right? Oh hell nah. 4 to 5 losing streak and missing weight? No. You must have known it was coming." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.